morning, guys. Hope you're doing well. Just want to recap my week. So as you saw, did a good job keeping up with exercise. One thing I'm just realizing in terms of consistency, it's really just about developing a schedule and building that habit. Um, you know, for me, obviously health and wellness is a big thing, and so physical exercise is a part of that. And um, for me to do this, for the rest of my life, I've got to have like consistent time for it. And so I think just developing a schedule, I think, is just so important for consistency. Thursday, went to Robbie's rooftop and hung out. Friday, Babson had an event where they rented out the VIP and polo room of Lucky Strike. I had never been there. Into the VIP and polo room. I bowled there before and played the arcade games there before. But that was a neat experience. It's a good environment for like a big gathering or a big party atmosphere. In terms of good amount of space for tables. I think it's only pool, but then bar, dinner, things like that are also there. Saturday, went rock climbing with Drew and Bryden. That was strangely a pretty fun activity. I wasn't expecting that. I guess I've driven by rock climbing places a lot before, and I'm like, oh, I'll never be one of those people. And you almost like look at them as like crazy people. But then it's just funny how like when you have someone who has prior experience. So my friend Bryden has rock climbed before. I don't know. It puts your ease and anxiety. It puts your anxiety to ease because they have a reference point, and they kind of lessen, I guess, the fear of trying something totally new. That was my first time going rock climbing. It's a good and fun challenge. It challenges you mentally, physically, forces you to have balance, forces you to have confidence in yourself. There's different challenges. There's lateral, rock climbing. There's upward, and there's obviously degrees of challenges. So Rock Spot has, I think they have 4 levels for beginners, and then like 10 levels for like more advanced people. So I would definitely recommend it. It's really not as hard as it seems. I always thought it would be really hard, but it's really not. After a little bit, you kind of get into it. One thing I will say is be careful for how long you do it. I think the 3 of us did it for at least 2 hours, and I was just the next couple days. I've been sore in all aspects of my body, forearms, legs, hamstrings. So definitely stretch beforehand, and also definitely, if it's your first time, maybe just do like an hour, and then see how your body takes it the next couple days. And then if you would do it again, you can, obviously go for longer periods of time. And then Sunday, again, Graduate Student Council at Babson threw a little gala. It was a 1920s themed party. A great venue, and it's like really classy venue, and it was just fun to dress up, and it was great energy. Just being around so many great people. Yeah. And then I guess my thought of the week is, and I know I've probably said this, so I apologize for people who are repeatedly hearing this, but there's really a beauty in acknowledging the reality of life when you're catching up with a friend. Like when a friend asks you, how are you? And you're able to actually say, I'm not okay, instead of just being like, good, and sort of not acknowledging what's going on. Um, I think we have a tendency for our answer to how are you to always be good and to always look at the positive, and that's often not good because you're ignoring, you know what I mean? Like for the whole year, I mean, maybe your life is good the entire year, but like for the whole year, if you're catching up with someone and they always say good, probably not possible. Um, so like I have a friend who really does a good job of like being honest with his feelings when we catch up, and I really respect that because he's just being honest. And I guess the second thing I would say to this is also one thing for anybody going through like a sad or a tough time or a negative time, like realize if you had multiple negative things happen to you in a short period of time, like say you have a relationship issue, you have a death in the family, you have some work stress, like if you're in some sort of similar situation, like give yourself grace and realize those are a lot to process just individually, like a family member is passing or something like that, and you're having to do it as a collective. I think it can be tough in those time periods because, especially with social media, you're always just seeing everybody having good things going on, but like just realize like social media doesn't always show the entire person, right? Most people don't post about sadness or negativity or things like that. So just those two things I think would, when you're catching up with friends, being honest, and then two, if you're going through multiple negative things, to just give yourself grace. Thanks guys for watching. I'll see you soon.